I got divorced because I didn't know this before I got married. And it's the same reason why most Christians get divorced. Let's talk about it. Number one, he created the person that was the perfect fit for Adam. Okay. And so this is important because it is a mirror of how God intended marriage to be, where he chooses who is the perfect person for you. And so I have seen so many people teach that you can just choose whoever you feel like, as long as they're a Christian, it's fine. That is not biblical, okay? God did not create 20 women and say, Adam, choose one, okay? He didn't create 20 men and say, Eve, choose one. He created Adam and Eve, and there was no other choice. It was you two are meant for each other, okay? And so that is the number one reason why people end up getting divorced, is that they don't understand that if God didn't bring you two together, then you're going to have to try to keep this marriage together by yourself. And you don't have that kind of power. So the number one thing to understand about marriage is that it's an institute that God created and that he made the rules concerning. Okay. So if we as Christians are going to look at scripture and say, okay, we need to be submissive wives, you know, our husbands need to be head of the household, and we're going to go through all of the rules that scripture has concerning marriage, we have to apply those rules to a marriage that God has put together. And so what happens is, when you are in a Christian woman and you're in a marriage and you want God to, you know, fix the problems in your marriage, you want him to, you know, deal with all the issues that you have and the toxicity, the abuse, and all the things you're having to go through, you're praying and praying and praying that God will fix those things. But you have to understand, is this a marriage that he put together? Because if it is, he is obligated to keep it together and to fix the issues that are in it and to just be God as it pertains to your marriage. But if it's one that you put together and he had nothing to do with it, you can't expect to try to live by his rules for something that he didn't create. You know, do you understand? So it's very important that we understand that, you know, God is not just that he, you know, is a control freak or anything like that. He's not, but he loves us and he knows the end from the beginning. So he knows the plan and purpose that he put in you. He knows the plan and purpose that he put in that person, your spouse. He knows the children that he wants you two to have and what their plan and purpose is going to be. He knows the gifts and talents that he's put in you and how they would complement their gifts and talents. He knows the things that he's put in you to help you be a wonderful mom to the specific children that he has for you, and how they'll be a great father to them. He takes all those things into consideration. He takes the things that are going to happen to you, the places that you're going to live, the other people that are going to be a part of your lives. He takes all of that into consideration when he makes the decision to say, this person needs to marry this person. So when we decide, okay, we're just going to do our own thing, we're just going to marry who we want to marry, and then we're going to ask God to bless it, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. You know, for some people, it's just a timing issue where they may have got the right person, but they just got the wrong timing. For some people, it's you got the wrong person altogether. So that's really, you know, what we have to understand. One of the things we have to understand about marriage and about marriage as the way that God sees it is that it's his institute. It's his institution. So he makes the rules. So he chooses the two people that should be together. You know, he's very deliberate. If you look at Jesus and the lineage that he had, it was very specific. It was very deliberate. It was prophesied, you know, years and years and years ahead of time that he's going to come from this lineage. He's going to come from this line. He's going to come from this tribe. Right. And so if he's that deliberate about Jesus, okay, we are also his children. He's that deliberate about us. So he knows exactly who you're supposed to marry before you're even conceived. Okay, more or less before you decide to date anybody or marry anybody or anything like that. That's why he has the rules that he has about no fornication and things like that, because, you know, he doesn't even want you getting involved in situations that are going to lead you down to marriages that he hasn't approved. because he knows that the end result is going to be divorce. If any of the information in this video resonated with you, then you'll want to get the Authorized Divorce course. Click the link in the description and get your copy today.